We have cattle coming in tonight, so come along to prep for that with us. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to go? Are you broke now?
I have no money.
Hey, it's your girl Andrea. It is like midnight currently. Feels like we're getting ready for calving season, but it's not calving season. My dad finally got some calves bought, so they are headed here shortly. I hope they're here shortly so I can show up at the farm and unload them and go to bed. There was one time we got calves and they said they were on their way, and then it was like literally 6 hours later after they were supposed to show up. I think they showed up and I was up like all night, and I'm really hoping that doesn't happen tonight. So come along for the fun as we unload our first group of cattle, and there's only about 40 head coming. He's trying to get some more, but as we've kind of discussed, prices are very high right now and it's just a lot of risk to take on, so we're trying to find some deals that aren't like crappy animals. So if you can't tell, we got some snow. There's nice drift there. We had a lot of wind today. It was super fun. This pickup does not have traction control or any of that, and I actually can like have fun in snow. But anyways, we don't have that much snow on the ground. As you can see, it just kind of blew around today because we had 50-mile-an-hour winds, but it kind of looks like winter now. So, well, we're here and I see nothing, so I'm gonna go in the house. See how long it takes. Well, for the first time ever, we're gonna have them unload there instead of moving it over there. They gotta light up. See what rolls. Well, folks, it is now 1:17 a.m. Should have known. I should have known I didn't have to come over here. I could have slept till 12:45. Who am I kidding? 1:05. We got word the trucker's like 20 minutes away. So, Dad's getting the JCB out, I'm guessing, or skid loader or something, in case we have to move that skid loader. Actually, that's the JCB. They sound pretty similar. Just kidding. So tired. The birds are like, bruh, what are you doing? So anyways, there's bedding in here. They're gonna come in. Hopefully they load out to this decent, and they'll be in this area. There's like 40 head coming tonight. I think 60 some tomorrow at some point, and we'll work on probably Saturday. These other calves are all like, ma'am, what are you doing? Dad's gonna go out there with the JCB and be the light to meet him. And I'm just gonna be cold waiting. It's real dark, you can't see me, but I'm gonna sit in the pickup and let that run because it's cold out. He's here, folks. I gotta get the hose so we can give them some water. Just so you know, I was walking and talking to you in that last little clip, and I was like, why does it smell like poop? The manure spreader was upwind from me, so that was ideal. Da, 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 da. Dad used to always guide him with the skid loader. Now he's got the JCB. Woo-wee! I want to be gloves. Are you cold?
Yes,
Are you
I'm
awake?
cold.
Are you alive?
A little bit of everything.
Sterling. He's gonna have to shift over a little bit. All right, it's getting better. Lots of bedding. There's Red. Hip, 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 hip. Some of these are not ours, but the last 3 are.
A lot better than they've had in the past.
Oh yeah, dramatically. Especially coming off of the light.
Yeah, maybe that's helpful. I don't know. Woohoo! Look like it's a nice group of calves so far, so hopefully the rest of them that come are too, but most of them same place got same tags. Which is the way he made it sound, so give them some water and then I'll ditch out. Where did she go? You right there, you're gonna be a problem, because guess what? You're a blue. It's a heifer. Man. Look at that thing. Well, folks, they are here. They are unloaded. There will be more of them coming tomorrow at some point. That's a hefty bill, but you know, it is what it is. They are quite expensive, but well, let's check them out in the morning. All I'm saying is that there's a problem with one of them. And it's the fact that she's a very blue roan, nice looking heifer, and I was like, damn it, this is what happened with my blue 2 years ago too. Good morning, kiddos. You look good. It's fun to see them in the daylight. We had some lights last night, but we'll see. Got more coming today. Woohoo! Dad is feeding. Got 1 load of cows fed. These calves are fed. The fats are fed. He's got 1 more load of cow feed. He's got a mixed feed for these guys. Mainly just hay, a little bit of silage, just some starter feed. It looks like they've been on feed, but it's better to have them on like a light, fluffy feed when they're stressed, because moving cattle, hauling them, unloading them, etc. is stress. Running through a sale barn is stress. So I'm not trying to mess with their gut immune system wise. Like I said, we have another group coming today later at some point. And now I am headed up to another producer's place here that has the same feed company as us. I gotta go pick up a couple bags of, I think it's a binder is what it is. We gotta add it to our feed because we have some mycotoxins hiding in our earlage, really high, and then in our silage as well. So it's not making cattle very obviously sick, but if you remember, we had some just like weird manure in our calves. They kind of went off feed. It was kind of a weird time. Well, we tested our feed, discovered that we have, I can't remember what type of mycotoxin it is, that causes GI upset and immune system, not good immune system movement. So we can feed a binder. It's not anything too hard, and it'll help fix that so they're not getting sick. The cattle are doing fine. It's just I don't want to, with these new calves, you know, have them stressed and then have them eating that and immune system without that binder. So we just really wanted to make sure that the 1 cows we purchased that are, you know, expensive, we don't lose any of them due to immune system drops because of feed. Even though the feed is really good quality, it just, for some reason, mycotoxins, which you can't see, are in it. And calving wise, since this specific mycotoxin affects immune systems, that would also affect colostrum in our calves from the cows, which would make their immune systems not great. So we're going to start feeding that ASAP today. Well, tomorrow technically. And then we should be good to go. So that's where our Nessa and I are headed.
We got new calves in last night, so they're out in the front shed. They'll be moved to this back barn, so they got a nice place to get started. So we're prepping the first feed. It's a mix of just corn silage and some hay just to get them eating again, because they had a long truck ride. So we need to get some food into their system. So just hay and silage is a good combination to get the guts moving again. We'll move them back in here shortly, and we'll wait for the second truck to arrive later today with some more.
Very nice. Nice to make. Come on, kids. Come on. They're short little things. Last two. Come on, Red, go around the gate. Go around the gate. I don't know how. I don't know how. Perfect. Knock it over. That's what we love to see. Go in the corner. Perfect. Love to see it. Okay. Now get out of the tub. Go around the red gate. Around the red gate. There. Wow. Was it that hard? Goodness gracious.
What? It's ready to go all the way in.
I don't know why it wouldn't be chained. Look at that cute little roan. Come on, let's go. Woo-hoo! Your gate wasn't chained.
Oh, somebody walked through it. It was chained.
Okay, well anyways, they didn't get out, so there's that. They know what a bunk is. One. First, a little blue roan heifer. Guys, there's a problem about this blue roan is she's cute and she looks nice. Oh, there she is. Maybe. Yep, there she is. Oh my goodness. They look really nice, so knock on wood that they stay healthy and they just transition. They're all in the bunk eating, they're drinking out of the water fountain, they know kind of how to be adults on their own. They're definitely not ballers getting in this late in the year. Ballers means weaned pretty much the day they were sold, so then they're extra stressed, which usually at that point we have another discount on them. But I really like the group, they're nice. We'll see what the rest of the calves look like. The rest of them coming are from a different sale barn. Most of these, as you can see, have the same tags. I think there's like 3 that have yellow tags. There's like 1 red. There's a no tag, and then the rest of them are all the big white tags. So from the same place, and look like they were tags put in at birth because they're kind of nice. Not just some janky tags. So likely not somebody that bought some calves, fed them for a little bit, and put them together, hopefully, because that happens too. But I'm gonna go drive back here with all my stuff. I bet you I just spent like $4,000 at the vet clinic so it's definitely cold today. It's like 6 degrees out. It was very cold last night, but it's supposed to warm up tomorrow, and then on the week of Christmas it's supposed to be like 40 degrees. So good or bad. I'd much rather have it just kind of stay frozen for health wise with these guys, but with the rest of them come in here today. Dad said maybe like 5 o'clock-ish, and then move them back as well and work them tomorrow. All of the goods unloaded. Ness and I are going home. I am likely going to make them. I'm feeling pretty good now, but I wouldn't be surprised if I take a nap today. Well, one of us really likes snow. The other thinks it's pretty this time of year, but doesn't love it that much usually. And if you can't guess, it's Nessa. You guys have water? It's not frozen, is it? Climb the gate. Nope, I can see it moving. Nellie. Just a 2-year-old. What are you doing, Walter? How old are you? Are you 2? Are you coming 2? I think you're coming 2. Yeah, she's gonna be 2. Then I got Walter. Nellie and Rooster are out of a same mare and stud cross exactly. Rooster looks exactly like his mom. Bayron, she looks exactly like her dad. And then Little Miss is out of completely different studs and mares. Hi, bubbies. You guys are full of siblings, just a whole year apart. Just a whole year apart. And then there's Walter. He's broke to ride. Yeah, you're a cutie. That's a playlet baby if you know anything about horses. And then these guys are driftwood bred. And the little Missy is Pitzer. She's a Mia Browbeater baby with some like 2-eyed redbook, I think. All Pitzer breeding, so it's a good time. Lots of horse stuff.
All right, this is the load that came at 1:30 this morning, or Friday morning. Our second load is about 15 minutes away. So we're gonna, instead of giving these guys 2 pens and then intermixing tonight right away, we're gonna lock these guys up in 1 pen, and the new ones will be in another pen just to keep them separate so we can monitor them for the first little bit when they get here and make sure everybody's in the bunk and eating. But these guys are looking exceptionally nice. I'm very happy with this group that came, so we'll see what the next truck looks like.
They're almost here. It's like 5:05 p.m. So not bad. Way better than 2 a.m. I'll tell you that. Ooh-wee. Lit up like a Christmas tree. So festive. Ta-da. Nesser, it's cows for you. They're not cows, they're calves, but.
There you go. That looks comfortable.
Ta-da! Baldies. climbs up to the top. Come on, boys. Top's empty, now I just have a couple in the nose. Yep. Nobody. Yep. Be all in the barn before we get over there. Mom didn't have a gate chained earlier. That's what we're talking about.
That was my screw up.
Ah, too funny.
I left it unchained because I was going to chain it when I walked out of the barn, and I went the other way out of the barn. So it's my screw up.
Good news, they didn't get out earlier, so. Look at that. E10.
Good boys and girls.
A lot of baldies. A lot of no tags.
They told your mom that it's not like it was 4 or 5 years ago where it's like...
You got calves later and we were like, ugh.
Yeah.
And maybe we missed out on that being further into December, you know? There goes the sugar. Put the JSP away, open the gate, and then tomorrow. Well, folks, they're here. It's not even 6, and it's not 2 a.m. They are chowing down, which is awesome. They know what a bunk is. Here's the ones that came this morning. And then we do have a pen between them, so they can't touch nose to nose with our other calves, the smaller calves that are in here. So, yes, sir. Good work. On that note, I'm gonna go home and eat some supper and hang out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Been used and put back in there again. So.
This group is calmer. This was the first load. It's a big group of white tags. There's a couple heifers that Mom wanted to test. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But they're done. Lots of them in there had no tags. A little more nervous, scared of people, but got her done. We're gonna keep them separate first just to make it easy to know which group was which group in case one of them has more problems than the other, and we can kind of pinpoint it. We'll find out. But tag, 2 vaccines, respiratory and clostridial. They got their dewormer, implant, good to go. And Dad paid money for these.
What?
Are you broke now?
I have no money.
We were joking, like, one load shows up, it's $100,000 of calves. One load of fat sleeve, it's
I'm actually in
$100,000.
the hole now until maybe next week, then I'll be even.
Because we have the 2 loads of fat sleeve in, so it just is what it is. All right, so we bought, just for reference, that is over 6 figures worth of calves that we purchased, because calves are expensive. They are a little bit cheaper out of Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. Our buyer can find little deals here and there. They're not as good of deals this year as they normally are. Usually we can get a couple $100 cheaper than around here, which is why we purchase them that way. And generally with this cattle buyer, he's buying, you know, somebody that's got 10 cows in their back row and then groups some stuff together. So usually we see more different, like a more variety of tags, but this time must have been the first load, it was definitely most of them had the exact same tag that you can tell it from the same place. I ran into scar tissue in all of them, so they've had an implant in their life, like very clean group of calves, and there's a couple singles put in there, or a small group of 3, I think. And then that second group that came during the daylight yesterday, there was quite a few that had tags cut, so most likely someone did what we do earlier in the year, bought some calves fresh out of weaning and kind of hodgepodged them together. As if there's a single that comes through the sale barn, they tend to be quite a bit cheaper than a group of, like, you know, 40, let's say, that are very uniform. So he must have bought some hodgepodge, put them together, and then they cut tags so they match by all having 0 tags. There must have been some of those in there, which they seem healthy, so knock on wood that they stay healthy. So got them worked, but there's about half and half heifers and steers. You could definitely tell steers, they're the big slow pokes of the group. The heifers for some reason were a little more worked up. And there was that blue roan heifer, as you can see. So with the ability for us to do DNA testing, we did DNA test some of the heifers that looked really nice that came off of that very first truck, because I really like the way they look. There's 10 of them. We should get these results back in middle of January, hopefully, if I get these mailed off on Monday right away. And then if they are not anything impressive, we will send them or put them in the back in the chute before they get kicked out of the barn here, and give them their implant then, and then they can go into the feedlot. If they're decent, then potentially we might breed them. So you never know. Blue, my cow, if you guys remember 2403, she had a cute blue bull calf, very first one to calve this last year. As a first calf heifer. She came off of a feeder calf truck that she came through, and Dad's like, oh my gosh, she's blue. You've always wanted a blue cow. And I ended up keeping her, bought her from Mom and Dad, and she joined my herd, and she's got really, really, really good EPDs, and she's a very nice cow. So you never know. You know, some people just don't ever keep replacements. They don't have room for them. That's how we ended up with those Simmentals from Ormont Simmental. They were really nice, and those were like fancy registered and stuff. So just with the cost of replacements, if we can have some extras and maybe swap some of the ones that test nicer out for some of our lower end home raised ones that we tested that just aren't really hitting that mark. I just want to have a bigger group, because this next year with cattle markets, we're probably going to send some of these old cows, because they're worth more than they're going to be worth in a couple of years when they are old. So they match up very well with our calves, so good to go on that end. Our calves are due to be worked here in the next couple of weeks as well, so we'll bring all them in, and they'll just get an implant at that point. And then we will sort, once these fats are gone here in a couple days, heifers in one yard, steers in the other. That way there's less riding, and then they'll all be combined at that point once these guys go through their kind of like quarantine period where they need to just make sure they're not sick and they don't infect the rest of the herd. But knock on wood, they should be good. So, but as Dad said, he's kind of broke right now until he gets this check for his 2 loads of fats. So I don't think there's anything else I wanted to add. Implant wise, they got Revlor X8 or XS. So XH is for heifers. It's a little bit different than the steers, just with some of the hormones based in their body. Normally when we get calves in a little bit earlier, they'll get a row grow and then they hit the Revlor, but they are big enough that we just want to have them on the same timing with our calves. So they got the big one. This is like a 5-month implant. So they will 5-6 month implant. By the time we'll think about shipping, they'll be kind of coming off of this, so it'll be a good time frame. But this just helps them grow a little more feed efficient, all of that jazz. But I think I don't know if there's anything else I needed to add or I was going to add. So if you have questions, as always, ask them below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time.